Hey guys, how we doing? So I'm gonna try to do more of a healing kind of read tonight. A little bit kind of okay. So we went through our change. We had a major shift. I feel like a lot of you are feeling the energy right now. Hopefully, you're being optimistic. I was watching the news. The new press secretary. Uh, she what's her name? Jen. I got to get her name. The red hair. Okay, just let's just call her the redhead for now. I hate to not have a name for her. I'll get a name for her next time. Oh my God, she said the word transparency, and I almost like passed out. I'm like, oh, she said transparency. She did such a good job answering questions. She was, there like Kaylee McEnany would always have a book, and anytime somebody said something, she opened a book. Remember, I told you guys about that. She would have an answer ready for things to kind of gaslight people. I didn't see her open a book when she was talking to people. She was very, very straightforward in answering questions, and if they were real tough questions, if she couldn't answer, but very good, very personable. She even called some people by name. She even knew who some people were. Very personable. And so I'm really excited about that. So that's very positive. Remember, he who would not be named is not going to be named. But, I am going to read current events going forward. One of the things, inevitably, I'm going to get to it. Are we going to get the $15 minimum wage? What about this big bill that Biden's got going? Is it going to pass? I've already read you guys are going to get a stimulus check. I already told you guys it's going to happen. So look forward to that. When it comes, I don't know. And they got to run that whole thing through, but I know they're going to try to get it through as quick as possible. Probably sometime in February though, but I don't feel it would go longer than February, to be honest. Look at it. It's the 21st now. Probably not this month. If it happened this month, I would be blown away. Maybe, but it's probably going to go into February. But I do feel they'll get that going on. So yeah, there's going to be certain things I'm going to pick up on this administration. Yeah, I still want to read on certain current events and things that are going on. I'm just not going to talk about he who will not be named. I want to definitely purge. I feel like I need to sage, cleanse, clutch crystals, whatever I got to do, because I'm ready going forward. And this is what I want to do. I want to have a nice, gentle, healing type of read. Like, what does spirit kind of want us to know looking forward in 2021? We got off to a rough start. I'm going to do angel deck, nice soft deck. We got off to a little bit of a rough start, and a lot of people were very worried that 2021 was just going to be 2020 on roids. That was proven to be false. So the very first card, Seven of Air. Okay, unfortunately, he who will not be named. This is the hard part. I told you his role was a betrayer. So it's going to take some time to gain the trust of the American people. And unfortunately, a lot of people, let me talk about this. Let me explain it. Let me explain it to put it in the best, most coherent way I can possibly put it in. I understand what's going on with a lot of Christians, okay, is that they put all their hope into Trump, seeing him as some kind of imperfect kind of being, but he was for Christians, or he wouldn't take God out of the country and all this stuff. And he knew that, and he played them like a fiddle, okay, making them feel that if Biden got in there, that he would take God out of the country. There'd be no in God we trust. There'd be no one nation under God. He would wipe out religion, all this stuff. He scared them, and a lot of Christian leaders have always been fearful of going secular. But while there's no prayer in school, which, with so many different religions in this country, that would be very unfair to pray to one God when, that's going on. That wouldn't be fair, to others. What about Jewish people? What about Muslim people? What about Hindu people? What about Buddhist people? So, it's, we want to, I totally agree with the nation under God. I'm totally cool with that. I don't think that should ever change. But they want their God. Okay? Okay, and they think that is going to solve everything. And no, it really causes a lot of problems. Let me backtrack a little bit. So, they put all their, you know, they hitched their wagon onto this, okay? And he caused them to fear an alternative. And then a lot of Christians tried to sell this fear of, oh, the Antichrist, he's gonna call for peace in the Middle East, and he's gonna do this, and he's gonna do that, and all this stuff. And trying to make you think that the good guy is gonna take off his mask one day and be the bad guy. Okay, and this is what, unfortunately, because of this weird programming and all these twists and turns, this is what a lot of people believe. Okay, and it's got to stop. Okay, it has to stop. If you can't watch that speech and see that's a good man, there's something wrong with you. Okay, he's calling for peace, unity, hope, and stuff. If you really read the scriptures, it talks about blasphemous and foul things coming out of the guy's mouth. Okay, so, but there are a lot of people on edge and they feel that the real good, peaceful unity guy is the bad guy. No, the bad guy is gone. Okay, that's, look at what happened, So, anyway, it's a major, major programming thing going on. But a lot of light workers know that this is the trajectory to the new earth. They have a little bit different thing. There's a lot of them that acknowledge Jesus, but they also acknowledge Buddha and maybe even other deities and light beings and the Council of Light and things like that. I know some people talk about the Galactic Federation, various things. The Pleiades, the Arcturians, and everything. People from Lemuria, Atlantis, everybody's got something. But this is what has been programmed in their mind, from all these evangelicals and these charismatic teachers who have got them messed up in the head. To the point they can't see a good man anymore. They can't just read a soul. Well, you know what? A lot of us readers, and I've talked to you guys, we've got tarot readers all over YouTube, and a lot of us are in alignment, we see a good man. Now, I know there's a lot of them who would sit there and say, oh, well, they're duped. They play with tarot cards. That's evil. That's of the devil. They would say that for years, guys. Okay? They don't even know what it is. Some of them they don't understand it. And I'm going to have to deal with that. That's just the way it is. It's real hard to break that. It's real hard to break that when it's so heavily programmed. Seven of Air, though it's right there, though. Okay? The betrayal. Okay? That, there's this, we had the betrayer. Okay, all you have to do is look at the evidence. It doesn't even take a scientist to look at the evidence. 400,000 dead. Okay, economy in shambles. People about to be evicted, but they're getting some relief for that, thank God. So they can't be evicted, in various things. Kids in cages. I don't know. And then somebody comes in there is like going to stop all that, and you think that's the bad guy. Okay, it's got to stop. Anyway, that's my sermon. Sorry, but it's got to stop, and I expect to hear something on YouTube about it. But see, I've got that. That's the difference. I've got the lovers. Okay, the lovers. To have that peace and harmony and getting along with everybody. We're not the fighters. We don't want to be the fighters and being against each other. And this is one of the things kind of returning to that Garden of Eden, the new earth, some peace and harmony. Or actually, I shouldn't say, well, we are kind of returning, but it's been a long time, right? Bringing the new earth here, bringing heaven to earth. That's really what the lovers can represent. And then the Empress. This is one of the things, especially to take care of the earth. We have a chance of making, climate change and everything better, because the Empress does represent, like, Mother Earth, Gaia, and everything like that, to be able to take care of all that and everything. And notice it is also Venus. So it's also to love the earth, recognize she takes care of us. She loves us. We got to love her back. I do like the fact I have the Page of Fire. That makes me feel the young people kind of coming in and just their passion and being inspired. I feel a lot of them were just, feeling passionless, with what was going on and helpless. Though a lot of them did get up there and fight anyway, voting and protesting and things like that. But to have that renewed passion, and adults too, I should also say that adults as well, having that newfound passion and so forth. Yes, there's still been a lot of suffering. This is in the past position, the Three of Air. We have to heal. It's time to heal. We are wounded. Everyone is wounded. No matter what side you're on, you're wounded. A lot of people have lost someone to COVID. It has been very traumatic. It has been very traumatic. And I know we've got the moon, so we're kind of going in, okay, little things, unknown territory. Yeah, there's a little bit, we can't know everything that's coming up ahead, but we're on the right track and everything because Spirit is right there with us, holding our hand, helping us get through this very challenging time. Oh, what a lovely card. So we've got that renewal card, and this is the Judgment card too. It's the Judgment. We got another chance. We didn't hit Judgment Day. We still got a chance, right? But one of the things this card is about honoring the call. Everybody is being called to participate in some way, getting to the new earth and so forth. But I love this. And just read, review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts, time to move in a new direction. And definitely that is a big thing. At our Judgment Day, everything had to hit the fan. Many people are being called, to heal this nation. And what is your part? What is your role to play? Even if it's minor or maybe it's major. Maybe some of you have a major role to play. Oh, and this should be no surprise if you watch the speech, unity. It's the year of the Hierophant. I told you guys, and this is the Hierophant, the unity. This is what Spirit is about. I don't understand how people could think someone's a bad person when they're talking about unity, and healing and unity. This is light language. It should be so painfully obvious to you that the division and what happened at the Capitol is not a good guy. Okay, it's time for unity. This is what the Spirit wants, definitely. So absolutely, and that, how many times did he say the word unity in his speech? And Spirit's saying it too. This is what we gotta do this, and we gotta work it together, because it's just like, we gotta be indivisible. We gotta be indivisible in this country. We gotta work together. We gotta come together, because divided, that's where we fall. Can't do this anymore. We can't. We saw how fragile democracy is. And I do have that Justice card. So that is karma. We're going to deal with some karma for, the last 4 years, but that's okay. We've got a raise in the vibration. I'm sure you all can feel it. The vibration has risen, and now we can kind of work on, we got to deal with some old karma stuff. One of the things Biden going in, he's got to make peace with those old allies that, there was, the relationships went south. He's going to go ahead and heal that and repair that. Obviously, that's another aspect of unity, but just getting some good karma going on and so forth. Doing things that are fair and just, the right thing. So a lot of you that were fighters, that were out there protesting, or you've been, warriors on social media, whatever it may be, or maybe you have a YouTube and you've been speaking out, or whatever your contribution is. Spirit's like, you can rest now. Everything is going to be okay. Inevitably, we'll want to pick up and do some more, but we need to rest and recover. You worked hard. You earned it. And that's one of the things I want to take it easy on some things and stuff like that, but I'm aiming for healing. But that unity, wow, that just blows me away. And then we just, the victory is really ours. The victory is really ours, to have that raise in the vibration, and the fact that, just like the Empress is here, we can work on healing the planet, not just the planet, but the inhabitants. We have the ability, but we have a major, to raise the vibration is a victory, just right there alone. I love this for a fire. We have the ability to achieve some stability now. We have not known stability for 4 years, but now going forward into the next 4 years, at least we have the ability to achieve some stability, within things. Get people the help they need and so forth. That's a big thing. Get people the help they need so they can get on their feet, get the jobs back, get the businesses open, and stuff like that. And then and I've got the King of Air and so forth. Now, when this is possible, I would kind of say it is in the energy, but, respecting the sword. This is not the knight, this is the king. But we're going to go ahead and respect the sword. That's one of the things. Kind of like King Arthur, he had to respect Excalibur and everything. I'm so anxious to see the final card. So we do have the Emperor. So I look at this is, and I want to draw a clarifier because I know what it's saying. Give me a second. Yeah, there we go. So one of the things, we're kind of going away from this Emperor energy. The Emperor, and the reason why I'm saying that is because the Hierophant, or Hierophant, is here. I always call him the Hierophant. Okay, let me explain. The Emperor was the tarot card of last year because it was 2020, adds to 4, and 4 is the Emperor. That was the energy that we dealt with in 2020. This kind of rule by one person, that energy and that control. And that energy did not sit well, being that the people are supposed to rule and so forth. But then now we're in the Hierophant 2021, which adds up to 5. So, which is about unity. But this is the clarifier. And we're going to be getting away from that. And now I have the Ace of Water. And that is overlapping the Emperor, which is this overflowing compassion and love for each other. See, that's what I was trying to aim, is more of the healing. That's what the Spirit is about. I want you to love one another again. And if you didn't before, I want you to do that now. To have that overflowing love and compassion for other people again, and get that and stop the division. So the unity and the compassion. And that's especially where the light people can really come in, and do that. That is so important. But that's the thing, we're trying to push away from that. We're going to still have some of that energy, and I believe that's why it's in the outcome. We're still going to have some of the energy of the 2020, leftover residue. Of course we are. There's so much to do. But with that unity energy right now, that's the main thing. But overlapping that is the Ace of Water, and the Ace of Water wins in the end. I have a new Oracle deck. I have the Rose's Kiss. So I think of that. I want you to kind of think of, how a rose blooms and it offers love and it's beautiful and everything. It's kind of like kissing us today and so forth. And let's see some other ones. This is new, so I'm still kind of discovering. And we've got that birds of a feather, birds of a feather energy, birds of a feather flock together and stuff. And that's one thing, we need to fly together, not be fighting with each other. I love this. Wish upon a star. If you guys are watching my video, go ahead and make a wish. And look at that child. Don't they look lovely? We need to be kind of childlike right now. Anything is possible. And, the possibilities are endless. And they can be good. They can be good things. And I love this earth magic. So a lot of us, this is what we need to do. Retreat, rest, get connected to earth. We got to hear her. We got to listen to her again. And everything. We've pillaged this poor planet so bad. And we need to fix that. And I love this, bearing fruit. And this reminds me of a lot of what Jesus said. A good tree bears good fruit. A bad tree bears bad fruit. That actually makes so much sense with what I opened with and what I was talking about. And that is what he says in the scriptures. Okay, but everybody started twisting it way around that a bad that a good tree can bear bad fruit, and a bad tree can bear good fruit. Okay, that's what everybody did. Okay, when it came to these two people, these two men running our country, that somebody speaking unity and positive and love and compassion. But even his own life, he sadly lost his wife, he lost his daughter, then he lost his son, and just going through things that a lot of people have gone through loss, the various heartaches that he's been through. And that's a lot of the reason why he has so much empathy. Or look at his beautiful wife, and she just worked with kids and an educator and a PhD. A good tree bears good fruit, a bad tree bears bad fruit. That is what it comes down to. We got to stop being naive, and things like that. I do understand people, are, they don't want to be deceived and they don't want to admit they've been deceived. I understand that. But that is one of the most simplest things that Jesus said. So it should be obvious to people. But unfortunately, because they got the politics involved with the spirituality, okay, they messed with people's minds just to get them to vote a certain way. It was always about money, guys, to manipulate you, to get you to vote a certain way. So they messed with you and stuff. And then you had certain evangelicals, but that's the thing. There were people, they had in their pocket and so forth. So we got to let this go. We got to let this go. Good tree bears good fruit. Bad tree bears bad fruit. It's a very simple thing, and it should be so obvious. I know I'm a reader. I can have cards and they can tell me a lot and stuff, but I can also read energy. Sometimes even just maybe I've never seen a photo, but I'm just reading someone's post, and then I have an image of what they look like and energy and this and that, because energy can tell you a lot. But you all have that ability in you. You're not unlike me. You can, little kids know. How do little kids know? That's a good person. That's not a good person, Mom. Little kids know. And if a little child can know, you can too. I hope this helps.